Hello, in this lecture we are discussing about the concept market. So what is market? And when we think about market, we see a difference about what is called market from economics point of view and from marketing point of view. So if we ask an economist that what is market, then in economics, a market is a collection of buyers and sellers who transact over a particular product or product class. So, if we take an example, for example, in our country, we have a housing market or real estate market, which consists of all real estate and apartment buyers and builders and sellers, everyone put together. So the supplier side, the builders and sellers, they are also in the concept of market in economics, and also the buyers who are going to buy it. But in marketing, a market is a set of collection or a collection of actual and potential buyers of a product. So here we do not consider the sellers or the builders as a market. So according to our real estate example, the real estate market in marketing, it consists of only the actual and potential buyers of real estate or apartments in Bangladesh. So now, if we see the differences in the definition of market in economics and marketing, we see that here the economics considers the buyers and sellers as consisting and making the market of a product, but in marketing it's only the buyers. So it's only the buyers who are making up the market. But when you think about buyers, you have to think about two types of buyers: the actual buyers plus the potential buyers. So with the actual buyers, we also add the potential buyers. That means who are not buying now, but they have a good potential to become a buyer of that product later. Now we will move on to the concept of market. So in the concept of market, which is here, like we have already discussed about that all collection of buyers, they make up the market. Now if they become the market, the buyers, then where are the sellers? Who are they? What is their combination? And here you can see that actually the sellers, they make up the industry. So all real estate developers in Bangladesh, they make up the real estate industry in Bangladesh. So what happens in a simple marketing system? The industry, that means the sellers, they communicate to the buyers or the market. So they approach the market to sell their items. And when they approach, then the sellers, they also maybe show their interest. If it is awareness stage, a new product, they show their interest, or they send their purchase order. So this is the information reaching the industry. And industry also, they supply goods and services, the product solutions to the market, and in return they accept money from the market. So here you see there are 4 flows happening in this marketing system. 2 is from the industry, and 2 are coming from the market. So now if we know this market, so what is market? Again, I am repeating that market is a collection of actual and potential buyers. Now in your book you will see this figure here. They are trying to identify that when we start a product, like you can take it as like step 1. So like this is the starting of a product. So when you start a product, you are like a manufacturer, and when you manufacture it, you go to the intermediaries. So intermediaries are there, you go to them, like wholesalers, retailers. We go to them to sell our items. Who will actually buy it to sell to the end users or the consumer market? So this is the end users who are going to buy this item. So here are the end users. who are going to buy our items. So end users, they buy this item, and manufacturers, they again need to produce more items, and for that they need the resources. So for resources, they go to the resource market where they buy the capital. For example, you can take like the banks, financial institutions, they provide stock exchange, they provide the capital resource. And then you have the labor market, you have the physical labor, so you have the machines, capital. They are the, like, you know, they provide the other machine production resources. So here you have this market, resource market, where the manufacturer go back to start the process. So you can say that from the resource markets is, and you know where the resources coming from, they are actually coming from individual consumers. They actually provide the inputs into the resource market. So you can take like resource market as a zero, you know, this is the starting process. And what is about the government market? Government is actually a big, you know, buyer, a big buyer who can buy a huge lot of items. For example, we have several ministries in our government, and these ministries, they need transportation, they need carts to run the government operation. And all these ministries, it's like hundreds of institutes and ministries of the government, they are all car purchasers, and they are special types. They are not like end users in the sense that they use it to do something more, something different, to create some value for others for serving others. But they are not actually reselling, or they are not in the business of intermediary markets, because they are not reselling these items, they are not trading it to others. So that's why this government market is a special type of market, institutional market, which is consist of also some buyers. Now we have already discussed about it. Now the question is, then how many markets we can see? This is the market, you know, the consumer market, which we already have discussed, that this consists of the consumer market. It consists of all end users. So all end users, they make up the consumer market, end users. So all end users, they make up the consumers market, end users. And then when we talk about business market, these are like the intermediaries, they make up the business market. So when we go internationally to global, you know, to different countries, or we try to, you know, we have customers all over the world, then it's like we include all buyers around the world, and this market is called a global market because of its wider geographic scope. And then we have organizations who are not exactly like end users, just using up the items without creating any more value. No, the government and non-profit agencies, they use the items, but with the target of creating value for the public and for other purposes. So these are all about the concept of market.